morning, you guys. It's day number 100, aka day 100 here of my 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Those of you who have been following along all year long, you know I have been at this every single day, putting my body into a big old tub full of ice. And so today is a pretty big milestone on this journey. I know it's 365 days, but to get to day 100, this is a big deal, guys. And so I am proud of being able to have done this now every day. And those of you that are new, I get into 32 degree temperature ice every single day. So that's the Morozco Forge. And I get into that purposely get into that every single day for 5 minutes. Today it's 32.1 degrees Fahrenheit. So right at the freezing temperature mark. So come on in, make yourselves at home. I do want to hear from you guys though, because this is a special day. And I was like, I could hog the microphone and just do a big long soliloquy and talk about all the things. But I actually want to hear from you. Here we are, 100 days. A lot of you have been watching all these videos, either watching them live, and I go live at 5 p.m. Eastern, or those of you that watch on the replay. Got a bunch of you guys watch me on the replay on YouTube, here on Instagram, and as well as on Facebook. And so let me know, how has this journey of mine inspired you in any way? Just share your comments. Tell me what it is. And if you want to talk to me on camera, I will actually pull you up on the stage like I did Dr. Rimka the other day, and we will let you talk to me on the camera if you want to. So if you feel compelled, you can hit the little plus sign down there with the camera logo, and when I'm out doing the walk, I will pull you up on stage at that point. So in the meantime, I'm going to get in an ice bath. I got 5 minutes to get in there. So let's set you down, get everything set up like always. Put 5 minutes on the clock, and there is a lot of ice in there today, you guys. So here we go. All right, yeah, there's a big ridge in there still. 100 days in, it's still not any easier getting in. Okay, you guys, those of you who came in late, welcome. It is day number 100 of this 365-day Jimmy Ice Bath Challenge. Psychologically, I have been hoping to get to this day for a little while, because now I'm in triple digits, and I'm going to end the end of the year while I'll be in triple digits. And so there's just something psychologically about getting to a mark like day 100. And I'm not going to lie, I wasn't sure I was going to make it this long. Because I remember in the fall when I did the Stay Batical to 50, that was 100 days. And that 100 days seemed like it went and took forever. Now, I did a whole lot more things than I did with just an ice bath, but I did a whole bunch of things. But still, this 100 days kind of went by a little faster than that 100 days did. It felt that way anyway. And I've just been fascinated by this topic of the cold. And I've been diving deeply into research about it. As you guys know, I've been doing my research into cold therapy because I'm going to write a book about it. I want to experience all the everything that comes with cold therapy. Obviously, I'm getting into it every day, so I get to directly feel it and then report back on what's happening to me. But looking at the research, looking at the historical context, looking at what other people have done when it comes to cold, it's all just really, really a new area, an untapped area. This has been the biggest revelation. I'm surprised with all the people who have talked, at least ancillarily, about cold therapy, that there's no books of consequence on it. There's really no ice bath cold therapy podcasts. I'm really shocked. And so I'm going to try to fill that void. Just like I did with keto. Like when I was doing the ketogenic diet and experimenting with it in 2012, testing my ketones, spending $6 a strip on the ketone strips. Nobody was really talking about ketogenic diets, at least not from a scientific standpoint, to the lay public. Everything was about, okay, if you eat low carb and getting into ketosis and da-da-da. But there was nobody that was like, purposely put your body in ketosis and see what happens. And then that turned into my book, Keto Clarity. So I have very high hopes for cold therapy clarity, because resources is how you get this out to the mainstream. And even products like this need to become cheaper. And I just looked at the clock. It's going to start beeping here any second now, so I need to go under. Yeah, Mama, I have big lungs. Did I scare you? Okay, good. My neighbor yelled out at me, "You okay?" Oh, yes. All right, guys. Let me put on a shirt here. Oh, my jersey. Oh, here's the jersey. I was going to say, is my jersey in the dryer? I did a load of laundry yesterday. All right. I use the jersey because it's easy to get on and off when you're wet like I am right now. But yes, you guys, I think I'm on the cusp of something pretty cool working on this ice bath thing. I see a shard of glass, so I'm trying. Oh no, that's a piece of ice. There's a piece of ice down there that dropped off of me from being in the ice bath. I thought it was a piece of glass. I'm like, I want to pick that up so I don't cut myself. It's just a piece of ice. But I think I'm on the cusp of something pretty spectacular, like I was with keto. And it's cool. I mean, I love trying to stay on the cutting edge of what people are interested in. Partly because I'm interested in things and I share about it. And of course that creates enthusiasm from you guys of doing different things. And if you just joined in late, it is day 100. And my special thing I wanted to do today was I wanted to hear your comments about how has my journey, watching me the first 100 days, inspired you. Feel free to leave a comment below or hit the little plus sign with the little camera logo, and I'll pull you up on stage and we'll talk to you on the camera. I know not everybody's camera friendly and doesn't like to talk on the camera, but I'd love to talk to you. So if you want to do that, if you hit that button today, I will pull you up. Sometimes people accidentally hit the button, so don't accidentally do it because I will pull you up on stage. But yes, this is something that I think could potentially be, really big, that people are interested in cold therapy and they get a resource to help them with it. I have a lot of people tell me Keto Clarity was their foray into the ketogenic diet. And I'm honored by that, by the way, those of you that have gotten that book and it helped you. And it was your first introduction to keto. And then you went and read other keto books, and you went and listened to podcasts and looked at studies and all the things. Like, that's what I want to have happen with the cold therapy clarity is, how can I make it palatable so people will want to learn more? And so that will be my goal, writing that book. All right, let's scroll back to the top, see who all's here. Bulletproof Coconut, CC Guide Dogs, Higgum, Mary, Emma. Bulletproof says, go Jimmy 100 with a bunch of fire emojis. Gillis is here, Linda, Amy, Laurie. Have you been checking your temperature lately, Bulletproof? Yes. I'm still getting that preemptive warming up of the body. It's still happening. Anticipatory thermogenesis is what we're coining it as. And yeah, 99.5 was what it was today. It's as high as like 100.3, but it's always over 99 heading into the ice bath. So yes, I'm still getting that response. I apologize for not saying that I've been getting that response, but it's been like clockwork, so much. But yeah, that's been one of the surprising things. And I'm not the only one, by the way. I had someone write me and they're like, I'm so glad you wrote about that anticipatory thermogenesis, because I'm getting the same thing. I can actually feel it in my eyes, and I take my temperature and it's 99.7 degrees. So I'm not the only one. There are other people that are getting this experience. And I'm glad to hear that I know I'm special and all, but I'm not that special. Somebody else out there is dealing with this. Kathy's here. Dawn Marie. Kathy says, happy 100th day. Thank you. Never thought I'd get here, but here we are. T. Cox is here. Cherish is here. Kira. Cherish says 100. Yay. Thank you. Carla's here. Haploan is here. Miss Chantal is here. Dawn Marie gave me 3 purple hearts. Appreciate that. BT is here. 102.5 is here. Bulletproof says, wow, I didn't know those ketone strips used to cost $6. Yes. When I first started testing ketosis in 2012, let me tell you why I started doing that. In 2011, Dr. Steve Finney and Dr. Jeff Volek wrote a book called The Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Performance. Now, it was meant to be for athletes. They did this book called The Art and Science of Low Carbohydrate Living. I actually wrote the very last chapter of that book. They were very kind to me to let me give a patient's perspective on low carb diets. And so I wrote that chapter. And so I was obviously a fan of theirs, and they're 2 of the preeminent researchers in ketogenic diets. And in the performance book, again, they were talking about people using it for athletic performance, ketosis. They made a comment that you can test for blood ketones. Now, at that point, all I had heard about was urine ketones. I had been peeing on sticks and all this stuff. That was my experience with ketosis. I didn't know that you could test for ketones in the blood or test for it even in the breath. But they're like, yeah, blood ketones. And currently, this was back in 2011, the only meter on the market is the Precision Extra from Abbott. And the strips are very expensive. So I start looking online, trying to find places that had the strips, because you can get the meter, very easily get the meter. But it was the strips that was hard. And all of them were like $5, $6. So here I was trying to set up doing an experiment with nutritional ketosis to test my ketones in the morning time, and then test my ketones in the evening time, and sometimes every hour on the hour. So that was going to be very expensive if they're $6 a pop. All right, there we go. $6 a pop. Jeez. And I had no success with book sales. I didn't have that kind of money. But I did it. I shelled out a ton of money for those strips. And then, of course, you guys know that have done the ketone testing, even blood sugar testing. Sometimes you stick the strip in there and it sucks up the blood and it doesn't quite go all the way in, or you get the error message. Yeah, that got very expensive. One medical doctor in Australia actually reached out to me. He said, "Hi, Mike." I just imagined his accent. "Hi, Mike. I see you're doing all this testing. Can I send you some of those strips?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Do you have the exact ones? Because I know sometimes other countries have different little coatings and things." And, "Oh, it's the same one. It's only 70 cents a strip here in Australia, mate." I was like, 70 cents? Why is it $6 in America? So when I was writing Keto Clarity, I actually contacted the Abbott company and I told them, I said, "Look, I'm writing a book about ketosis and I think it's going to be a big trend. And there's going to be a lot of people that will want to test their blood ketones to see if they're in a state of ketosis for fat burning." I was like, "But it's so hard to find your strips and your strips are super expensive." And I was trying to get them to realize, hey, there's a big market. And no lie, this is how they responded. They said, "Oh, well, we don't care about people eating for ketosis. We have them available for people with type 1 diabetes to help them prevent ketoacidosis," because that's how they could test it. And I was like, you have a market of type 1 diabetics testing for ketoacidosis? There's the market. And you got a big market of potential people wanting to test for nutritional ketosis. I couldn't understand it. I was shocked that they blew me off. Here I was trying to give them a heads up on a big trend that I knew was coming and that I was being a part of. And they blew me off. And that's why companies like Keto Mojo and Keto Coach came along to help fill that void. And then there's a lot of sophisticated breath meters now, but eventually the prices did come down. So that's the point of the story. But when I first started, very expensive. Kind of like the Morozco Forge, very expensive tub. I was just having a conversation with someone right before getting on the air, and she really wants one, but they're just so expensive. And I said, give it some time. Cold plunge machines will go down in price once they become more popular. So when that happens, you're welcome, everyone. When you can get an affordable cold plunge. Dayala is here. Jaylyn is here. Mary says, "My cats just looked around confused when you yelled." Yes. Mommy, who is that weirdo going, woo? Patriot Kitty's here. Don Marie says, "Awesome book about keto clarity." Thank you. Jerry is here. Jaylyn says, "Congratulations, 100 days for one cool guy." Oh, thank you. I try to be a cool guy. I'm a chill guy. Literally, my whole body chilled. So, Beth is here. Paula, May, Katie, Digger Mama, 2016 Hopes. Bulletproof says, "And yet today, Abbott is making a ketone continuous monitor for athletes." They're not real swift business people, those Abbott people. But look, Abbott is a big international company, and they make plenty of money with the things they do. But they definitely missed the mark when it came to availability of their testing strips. They could have made, billions of dollars if they had angled it right. But I'm not on their marketing team. If I was, I would have been like, let's go. So, it is what it is, as they say. Vika's here. Jules Lynn is here. Kira says maybe There will be a MF model Jimmy edition with a sound button to hear your woo. Oh, that's funny. Have a Morosco Forge model that when you get out of the water, it goes woo. That would be hilarious. Morosco people, are you hearing Kira's suggestion? They love me. They have loved watching all my ice baths. And I told them about the cold therapy clarity book idea, and they are all in. They're going to try to connect me with some of their cold scientists and things like that to use for my book. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, I'm going to get hot and heavy starting that book. Look, I've done this for 100 days. I've got enough proof of concept to start writing the book. Obviously, as I continue to do this personally, I can share those experiences in the book as well. The book won't be out till later this year at the very earliest, and most likely early next year. But sorely needed. Sorely needed, because look, you got people like me talking about ice baths, demonstrating it, but sometimes people just need a guide, a resource, everything in one place to convince them. So I'm going to try to write that. JEC is here. Oh, Cherish wants to come on, so let's. I will never turn down an opportunity to talk to one of my buds, one of my biggest fans here on Instagram. At least I think she meant to do that. There she is. Hello, my darling. Are you there?
Yeah,
Talk to me, baby. Uh-oh. It's not working. Are you frozen? Huh.
yeah, I think so. Oh,
Oh,
hell.
you see me now. Okay. Because
See
I've
on
been seeing you.
Instagram.
You're kind of,
Yeah.
you're spinning a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, there you are. Now I
Am I
see you.
spinning?
What up, my dear?
Okay. I think you're freezing.
Oh, you're back. What up, my dear?
Thanks for offering to have. Am I? This,
What's
that, and the other. What's
going on?
going on with you?
Oh,
You
just
keep
living
freezing.
the
Am I
life,
freezing on your
getting
end?
my sunshine.
Yeah,
You're a little bit wonky,
I
but that's
see
okay.
that. I see that. Okay. All
Wait a
right. Well,
minute.
I'm
I'm
off
the one that was
Wi-Fi,
just
so
in an ice
hopefully
bath. You're
it'll.
not allowed to be freezing. Yeah, you're not allowed to be freezing, Cherish. I'm the one
Yeah.
freezing.
Let me see if I move this around a little bit. Let me see if it gets any better. This. Any
Yeah.
better? No, a little bit. Okay,
But
yeah,
thanks
I'm
for
getting
hanging.
more bars. You know, it's all
Yes,
about the
yes.
bars.
Thanks for all your support. You've always been one of the champions out here supporting my work and
Yeah,
supporting these ice baths, and so I appreciate that very much. So,
absolutely,
do you do
100%.
the cold? Do you do the cold plunges yourself?
Not yet. I'm working my way towards it. Oh, you're cutting out again. Darn it.
I,
Hold on.
I said, do you do the cold plunges yourself? Do you do cold? Do
Not
you get in an ice bath or
not an ice bath, not yet. I'm doing the cold showers.
cold shower?
Can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me?
that counts.
Yeah.
That counts.
Yeah.
That
So
counts.
I'm doing the what you recommended, the slow progression from the warm
Yes.
to the cold, letting it
Yes.
hit the vagal nerve and
Yep.
getting the head wet and
Yep.
doing all the things. Yes, so I do
Perfect.
that. But after listening to you and Dr. Rimka, I'm so tempted to just start doing the immersion, you know,
It
and I think I
it's
might do that tonight.
it's game changer when you can get there. In fact, I was just talking to her right before I came on the air in Instagram DM, and
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to get one of the professional ones like I have, the Morosco. But it is so worth it if you can at least try to immerse your body. You'll
Mm-hmm.
see the difference. It's a lot different than a cold shower.
Yeah, and I like the way that she recommended it and shared her journey with it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
everybody's different, you know? And so, yeah, so it helped me mentally prepare, okay, what would I do to get to do those baby steps towards doing it, you know? So yeah, I think I'm gonna give it a try. I'll probably give it a try tonight. See what happens.
Give it a go. I would love to hear your experience. And if I had any part in that, I'm honored.
Well, yeah.
Cool.
You're the only,
She's
I
like,
mean, other than
yeah.
Wim
Ain't
Hof.
nobody else putting their body in the cold temperature every day, Jimmy. So there's
Well,
no,
I'd
I see,
heard,
I'm surprised. You heard?
what were you saying? Oh, I heard Andrew, Dr. Andrew, is
Huberman.
it Hoffman? Huberman, sorry,
Huber.
Huberman, talking about the ice, you know, creating the shiver and getting under in the cold and how it helps burn, you know, the fat and activates brown fat and talking about brown, beige, and white fat and all the things.
Yes.
And when you started doing the ice bath, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And, you know, we have several members in our steak and butter gang group that do cold showers and they swear by them. They
Yeah.
swear that they're amazing. So I want to feel like that. And I see Dr. Rimka just joined. And I just want to tell her, I hope she's hearing me, that she has definitely encouraged me, like you have encouraged me, to give the more immersion a try.
Yes.
So between your conversations, that's great. And you know, you inspire me either way. You got me to do my
Thank you.
website, you know, we're doing YouTubes now. I mean, you're awesome. You just keep going no matter what anybody says, you know? And I
Thank
think
you.
everybody just, yeah, I think everybody really wants to know how many cowboy jerseys you have.
4.
That's what, 4? Okay.
4. But only
Yeah.
4. So, but
So
thank
I
you.
don't,
That's,
I was going
go
to
ahead.
say, I don't have like a pool thermometer or anything. So as far as testing the water, you know, should I use my elbow or do you recommend like
Yeah.
just grabbing a clean meat thermometer and sticking it in there or a basil thermometer and sticking it in there?
I wouldn't even worry about it. I mean, if it's pool water this time of year, where are you? What's the state?
Oh, I'm in Illinois.
Oh, okay. So it's still kind of cold there. So just
Mm-hmm.
assume it's probably 40s, 50s. I wouldn't worry about the
Okay.
exact temperature. Trust me, if it takes your breath away, it's cold enough.
Okay. Good
It's
enough.
cold enough.
All right.
So,
All right.
yeah, you guys see when I get in there, I mean, it takes my breath away. I literally have to gasp for air when I first get in. And that's kind of what you
Mm-hmm.
want. You want it to kind of scare you a little bit. But then with your breath, calming down, you can actually tolerate it. No, I bet that would be great for you. And again, I would love to video it if you can. I would love to see you get in there and watch you breathe. Maybe I could coach you on it if you're like, Jimmy, that sucked. And I'll be like, because you were holding your breath or whatever. So just
Okay.
remember to breathe. Remember to breathe.
Okay. Is it okay to do I try to just strictly do nose breathing, you know, but is it okay to do
I would
in and
say
out of the mouth?
when you first get in,
Mm-hmm.
Cherish, use that mouth. You guys see me. When I
Okay.
get in, I like have to catch my breath because it's so overwhelming,
Mm-hmm.
but I eventually do
Mm-hmm.
go right back to the nose. I usually go in through the nose, out through the mouth. There's just this psychological, at least for Jimmy, psychological of breathing out with the mouth. It feels like more air is getting expelled and it calms me. So you do what works for Cherish.
Okay. Yeah, Dr. Rimka says you're gonna gasp. Okay, I'm prepared.
Yes, you will gasp. If it's cold enough, you will gasp.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
but thank you.
Sounds
Thank you
good.
for honoring me on my day 100 here today. I'm
Thank you
gonna
for
scroll
having me
down
come up.
the other comments. Thank you. Yes, ma'am. So
All right. I'll
appreciate
be
you a lot.
watching. See
Yep,
you
yep.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Daisy May is here. G.H. Radsky is here. Ancient Strength. Serena. Ancient Strength says, "What up, Jimmy?" Lisa's here. Nayer's here. Jadley's here. Brandy, Carrie, BDNF Guy, Amira, Adnan, Tina, Dr. Rimka, Mario. Brandy says, I am sure there are more out there than one would expect. Yes, there probably are. A lot more. Katia's here. Dr. Rimka says immersion is easier. Yeah, she was bragging all about you, Stephanie. Cherish was, when you came on the other day, and how you impressed upon her because she's been doing cold showers and how you were hating the cold showers. So she took that to heart and says, well, dang, now I want to do immersion. So see, you inspired somebody, Stephanie, to do her own immersion. Jefferson's here. Just ordered it. $15, says Dr. Imka. Awesome. Yay. Illinois doesn't get a spring, says Kira. And yes, you are going to gasp when you first get in. For sure, Dr. Imka. That's the telltale sign you know it's cold enough. If you don't have that kind of catch your breath moment, it's not cold enough. So I'm glad that you shared that. Cherish says that was fun. Thank you. You're welcome. I love talking to people. As you guys know, I do it every single day through my podcast and on these videos that I do. So thank you for honoring me with your presence today, Cherish. Dr. Rimka says, yay, even in my shitty tub. You crack me up. But guys, day 100. It's a big deal to get to this day. And I'm very proud of myself. I'm happy for the example I'm showing you guys of what it can be like to do this on a consistent basis. And it's not going to kill you. It's going to make you stronger. If I had to summarize like the biggest surprise of this entire challenge so far has been the fact that I feel so invincible. I do. I feel like I can accomplish literally anything. Like when you get to that point mentally where you feel capable of being and doing whatever you want in your life, there is no better mode of thinking than that. And that's exactly where I'm at. I feel I can literally go accomplish anything I want. And all it took was me exposing my body to cold. Not a hard thing. Yes, a hard thing, but in the grand scheme of things, and at the end of the day, not really a hard thing. Yes, it's hard in the moment, but look at what it does. Wiring your brain to do things that challenge you, do things that are uncomfortable as a means to an end to get comfortable with the uncomfortable. You got that? An ice bath is a means to an end to get uncomfortable so that future uncomfort seems comfortable. It's pretty cool when you stop and think about it. Mentally, I never would have guessed mentally that's where I would see the most strength and most benefits from this. It's pretty incredible. I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here pondering all of that. Just this has really, in so many good ways, that I could not have imagined January the 1st when I started this whole journey. I could not have imagined that I would be standing here 100 days later and saying this it's simple as just a bunch of ice. This could make such a profound impact on my life. But it has. And it can for you too. So if you want to be like Cherish and other people who have been inspired by these ice bath videos, just start. Just start where you can, do what you can, and see how you do. Like that's the big thing. Just at the end of the day, you don't know how you're going to do until you give it a go. and you try it for yourself. And look, you don't need some big fancy schmancy, which like Jimmy Moore has. You could just do this in your shower. And yeah, Dr. Remco will tell you they suck, and they can suck. And eventually you'll get to the point where you'll want to do cold immersion. It's a big deal when you get there. And you just make it a part of your habit. And that's what I feel like I have done. 100 days, I'm long past this being a habit. Now it's becoming a will I ever not do this in my life kind of thing. And that's a cool feeling too, knowing that I'm at that point where it's such a part of my life. I'm getting such great benefits from it that I can't imagine not doing it for the rest of my life. And that's a cool feeling, knowing that you're doing something good. All right, guys, let me pop off of here for now. My chickens say hi. Are you saying hi? Yeah. But I appreciate you being here today. Day 100. Such a great day. I'll be back tomorrow, you guys. I've got an interview. What time is my interview? 1 o'clock, always 1 o'clock. Tamara Payne tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern time. I will be interviewing her on Instagram. 5 o'clock, coming back for day 101 of my ice bath. And another new week of podcast coming. So hold on to your hats. Thanks so much for joining in here today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you again on Monday. Bye, everyone.